complete disbelief of where we're standing right now.
I just can't believe it. That. This is it! Just woke up.
It's the morning of departure, Kay. We're finally going to get our boat in the water with us on it. And I have so many mixed emotions about this moment.
It doesn't feel real to me.
No. We planned it for 5 years. We bought the boat, and then we were in a year of COVID lockdown in the US and 8 months in COVID lockdown in Greece. And finally, after a year and a half of owning the boat, we gotta get it in the water. Honestly, there's been times where it felt like our dream was slipping away.
She came to us on the boat in distress and not very happy, and so bringing her back here, I think she's not very happy. She's really mad that she can't go outside.
But she's also really upset that she's here.
Yeah.
And she didn't sleep at all last night. And
we didn't sleep.
I'm sure the sounds and the smells and the sights out the windows are really familiar to her. There she is. We're giving her a lot of slack today, like letting her get up on the table.
Do whatever the hell she wants.
Yeah.
Basically.
Anyway, there, you can see the sun just came up.
Yes,
and
oh my gosh.
We have about an hour and a half till we're scheduled to be put in the water. Here's some more thoughts about our time in Greece and our stay. Hope you like it. Roll the video. We saw lots of motorcycles, and we rented a tiny car that was way too tiny.
We saw this amazing view over Loutraki almost every day.
I spent way too much time sitting on a diesel engine. We found extremely serious damage that the surveyor had missed.
We had our boat lifted so we could drop out the rudders and fix the damage.
We experienced some of the best ancient architecture on the planet. If you go to Athens, you must visit the Acropolis Museum with glass floors above the ancient city.
We watched a flash mob band take over a city street. We saw a lot of graffiti, but some of it was pretty nice.
We saw the formal military guard turn to their left.
The beautiful Corinth Canal closed due to eroded walls.
I was so desperate for fuses that were unavailable due to COVID lockdown that I pulled some out of an abandoned car.
We pulled pounds and pounds of unused wire out of the boat.
We saw a really nice sunset.
And a lot of goats.
Cut out of many videos, Kay was primping ghee.
We saw a ton of amazing views of ancient Corinth.
I found a great new hiding place. This is my new clubhouse.
We made an appeal to Poseidon to watch over us at sea. We were lucky enough to be able to install some great new equipment.
Christmas-related purchases were canceled due to COVID.
But we added some holiday cheer to our boat while parked in a gravel lot.
We added a radar and drilled into the mast for the first time.
We explored a fascinating ancient fortress above Corinth.
We got video bombed a few times.
We learned how to do proper race-style sheet whipping from Luca.
Did I mention we saw a nice-looking sunset? We finally were able to visit some other ancient sites.
Guy spent way too much time in the starboard engine compartment.
We found a cool rock circle in the woods.
We found beauty in a shipyard where our boat was parked for 8 months.
We saw some of the coolest custom weather vanes ever.
We destroyed the interior of our boat and lived in this pig pen for a month.
We had to remove our old mainsail.
After a couple months, we had a new mainsail.
I'm pretty sure we saw a couple of spectacular sunsets.
From a safe distance, we witnessed the power of the sea at our favorite beach, and in the same spot, the tranquility the sea can possess.
We felt truly fortunate we could help this little beach stay clean. For a few months it was clean, at least until the next storm blew in more rubbish. We also removed a ghost net from its reef. And after a couple weeks of pounding this cement structure with a sledgehammer, Luca and I finally brought it down. I can't say why we felt so passionate about keeping this beach clean, other than for a couple months of lockdown, it represented our planet and we wanted to keep it pristine.
And we kept working on our boat, including adding a custom carbon bowsprit. We found and battled a mystery hot water heater we didn't even know we had on board.
Everywhere you look in Greece, you see olive trees. Some are as old as 4,000 years.
The sound of the wind ruined several of our video clips, and for that matter, a couple of our early videos.
We found a fish market sold straight from the sea in Corinth.
We struggled but learned how to say Gote Freddy Maffioli, as in the brand of our new lines.
Though she was reluctant to drill into the boat, Kay finally got out the drill and gave it a shot.
We found a tiny 10th century Byzantine church built by one monk at the top of a mountain. And we watched in desperation as Grinder Man welded up our solar arch. We drove through Pericora almost every day, trying to imagine what this place looked like after being leveled by an earthquake.
The same town now offers free drinking water to its residents.
Straight from a spring.
Kay and I would often come to this quiet beach in the morning to work out before breakfast.
Toasting anything at night on top of our boat was a welcome event we won't forget. And we won't forget our dear friend Sebastian. Thanks for being in our videos.
Kay, the mountain goat, loved to climb on the rocks and tried to figure out how to climb on others.
Imagining an ancient seaside village with a tiny harbor took us back in time.
Every mountaintop church was sure to offer a fabulous view.
It was really fun discovering the ancient beauty of Greece.
We can't count the number of times we were told there were no sharks in Greek waters, even though a 12-foot shark washed up right behind our boat.
This might be our second favorite boat name. Honey Badger, don't give a. This olive tree is 2,000 years old. Imagine what it's seen during its life. We heard the earth crack on a hike and rode out a small earthquake during lunch too. A lot of unfinished buildings are scattered all over Greece.
We passed a lot of time making things like slingshots and chopsticks from olive wood. Once you know what to look for, finding old pottery is pretty easy.
Hey, we're still looking for volunteers to take on this restoration project.
This was the entire hot sauce section in the market.
Speaking of food, this is the land of the pita gyro.
But the pita gyro has nothing on Kay's cooking.
Our favorite butcher Yanni would always treat us well and offer us some gifts almost every time we came to the shop. Organic food stands are easy to find and very inexpensive.
Still, some of the best gelato on the planet comes from Dino's in Lutraki.
This minion cake is dedicated to our dear friend Stuart.
If you like cheese, Greece has more cheese than we've ever seen, and available in almost every market.
Forest turtles don't like cheese. The Stavros Nyarcos Cultural Center was always one of our favorite places to visit. Along with the views, the rooftop garden was spectacular to walk around in the day or at night. Being at Stavros Center made us jump for joy.
A wonderful wild shipyard cat adopted us.
We made a lot of changes to our boat in the last 8 months.
Unfortunately, this illegal fishing boat was one example of the type of boats that leave behind ghost nets. This one came very close to shore while dragging nets. I got a chance to run next to the original Olympic Stadium.
Here's an example of a high windage catamaran. It was actually blown off the launch sled and into the pier due to the amount of surface area above the water. You can see the enclosed helm area is about as big as a sail.
We saw Dr. Pest, cat meat cat food, Soup Line dish soap, and the Barf Market pet store.
We will forever remember Greece for the kindness and generosity of the people. We have never felt so welcomed or loved by strangers than we have by the people in Greece. Fortunately for us, we were able to spend 8 months in Greece where we were adopted by some of the locals, like the family-owned organic bakery.
We cannot leave this video without thanking our dear friends Marta and Luca. Without them, we aren't sure what would have happened to us or our boat, and we mean this literally. We don't have enough words to thank them for all they've done for us. We have truly made lifelong friends.
Thank you, Marta and Luca.